Good afternoon. As some of you who've been here for a while will have noticed, I'm back again, and that's because the National On-Scene Commanders are working a rotation system, and I'm back here now and will be the On-Scene Commander for a few days. I'd like to now give you an update on what's happened today and what we've been up to. This morning an overflight confirmed a small leak of oil from the ship overnight, early this morning. We're not certain exactly where it came from, but we think the amount, based on estimation, is somewhere between 5 and 10 tonnes. So a relatively small amount, particularly when you compare that with the amount that's already been released. We'll be monitoring this latest leak from the air on an ongoing basis, and of course we are using our trajectory modelling to try and determine where it's likely to move. At the moment, indications are that it will move to the north of the vessel, and we are particularly aware that that puts Mare Island at risk. So there is a possibility that there could be some oil impact on Mare Island. We have already surveyed Mare Island, and we're in the process of arranging for a wildlife team to move out to the island as soon as possible tomorrow to assess the likely impact on wildlife. In response to that spill this morning, we immediately mobilised 2 on-water recovery operations, and I'll show you some pictures of that. That's a photograph there. Essentially, these operations are 2 vessels with a heavy-duty offshore boom strung between them to capture the oil from where it's removed into a containment system. As you can see in that picture, even though the conditions are pretty calm out there, there's still quite a bit of wave action, and it's still an operation that we have to be very careful about to ensure that the safety of our operators is maintained. The modelling that we have done, as I said, indicates that it might impact Mare Island. We'll be updating you on that as we continue to model, but as you can appreciate, the weather conditions change all the time, and already just within a matter of hours the modelling results have changed. So it's quite uncertain, but we'll certainly be keeping you up to date with the results of that modelling. Other activities today, we have close to 100 people in Waihao Bay out towards the east coast, out beyond Te Kaha, involved in shoreline clean-up operations and also recovery of debris. And there's approximately 250 people today working around Mount Maunganui itself and on the beach to the east of Leisure Island. And in addition to that, this morning we had a team down at Makatu checking on the boom deployment there to ensure that that was intact and still operating. And the picture that you can see there is of the team down at Makatu actually yesterday deploying additional boom. Another picture there of Makatu also. You can see it's quite a big area there that they have to span for those booms.
Thanks, Rob. Any questions for Rob?
As well as the booms that are out off the coast, there was also something in the release about a skimmer being used. Is that out there?
The on-water recovery operation involves booms in a U or J shape between 2 vessels and a skimmer to remove the oil that's collected in that boom into a containment device, tank.
Can you tell us how successful the skimming has been?
Once the oil is collected, the skimmers are very effective.
Has there been any oil collected?
Absolutely, yes. I can't give you a figure at the moment, but they are collecting oil, and clearly as much as they possibly can.
So even though quite a significant amount of it will be collected, some of it will still end up on landfill?
Well, inevitably, there will be oil that we can't recover. So there is the possibility of shoreline impact. As I said, with the modelling that we're doing, it's moving north, but we don't know for sure where it's going to end up. We're monitoring that, both from the air and from the sea, and as well as doing the actual trajectory modelling.
This new oil leak, is anything else being done to figure out where exactly that oil came from, apart from the aerial surveillance that you're doing?
Not by us, that's a matter for the cell bores. They're working hard to prevent any further releases of oil, but I don't have any further information on where it might have come from.
We'll take 2 more questions.
What about the beaches and the water open today for swimmers?
I'm sorry, can you speak
What
up?
about the beaches and the water open for swimmers today? What's the situation with that? Is that going to extend that?
The main beach at Mount Wanganui is open. The other beaches will be monitored, and when we're in a position where we believe that the public can access those beaches safely, then we will look to open them.
And will the Mount Beach stay open indefinitely or day-to-day?
We're monitoring the situation continually to ensure that the condition of the beach is such that we can keep it open. If the situation changes, we'll close it.
Last question.
How many people are still involved actively in the clean-up on the beaches today?
As I said, today we have approximately 250 people here, Mount Wanganui, around the mount and on the beach to the east, and just under 100 people in Waihau Bay.
Just in those 2 places?
Correct.